Many people will be tempted. I'm telling you, you cannot go without temptation. I'll tell you the truth. You just can't, As soon as you're going well without temptation this time, I'm telling you, right around the corner, temptation is always there. Because temptation will always build us up. See, God doesn't tempt us because he can't be tempted by evil, what the scripture says. So God will allow us to go through a test and a trial. But he will not allow us to be tempted more than what we can be tempted, is what Corinthians says. So because of that, he leaves us a window of escape. So the reason why we enter into temptation and actually into the trial, we already know what to do. That's a weird one, right? It's the opposite. Most people think when they enter into a storm, they don't know what to do, so they're confused. The reason why we enter into a storm because we know how to get out of that storm. That's why he says there's a window of escape. So that means if I enter into a trial, let's say if I enter into a temptation that keeps going back and forth, I already know how to escape that temptation. I'm just not, if I don't apply it, that's what makes it harder. Because a lot of times the enemy will go, you don't know what to do, you're lost, what are you going to do now? But really, according to the word, we know how to get out of it. You see what I'm saying? We see that even when Jesus calmed the storm, right? He was out there and he said, peace be still. The reason why they were in the storm, the disciples knew exactly what to do, but Jesus said what their problem was. He said, you had a lack of faith, right? That's what he said to him. He said, why you little of faith? And he rebuked the storm. So he was saying the disciples had the capability. Peter could have been like, peace be still, and it would have happened. They had the capability, but because of their doubts and unbelief, that capability nullified. It went down. So right there in our trials and temptations, we know exactly what to do. That's why we enter it. If not, God wouldn't be a just God. If I'm sitting here and I made a creation and I have them go through things they don't know how to get out of, I'm not a righteous God anymore. Because my word says that if you listen to it, you can do it. So because the word says it, now have you ever noticed you can read the word and you're reading the word and then you get more trials after you read the word? Okay, for instance, you could read the word, you get more trials after. You can get more temptations even after you read the word. The reason why now is because you know how to do it. What I know is what I can do. Have you ever noticed, okay, let's talk about intellectual thinking, right? People that can really think intelligent. Have you noticed how wild they become if they don't watch it? I've had a lot of people before talk to me, well, how is God real when this galaxy's like this? The devil's able to play with their mind more because they know more. What you know, the devil can play with more. So it's the same way when it comes into this. What we know, we can conquer him more through the knowledge of Christ.